I heard Charleston White say that he don't agree with Jay-Z trying to pass the bill. He was like, why? He pretty much saying that's promoting crime. Like, if you're doing criminal activities and you're dumb enough to put it on songs, you need to go away.
Right. Another dumb nigga talking.
You don't like him?
I don't know him not to like him. I don't have to not like him because not say what he, not agree with what he said.
He said
If he was in the room and said something like that, I'll say, you know me. I'll be like, excuse me, sir. You sound like a dumb nigga. Shut up. Because, everybody with a mic is not an authority. That's what they teach you in media training, that you come off as authoritative. You have a mic. After all, there's lights and there's a camera. You must be important. And you sound articulate. You must be educated. So you must be part of the 1%. You're not. That sounds real stupid. Because one thing I always be concerned about black people, I really would like to sit down and study this, is that all is well when our lyrics and songs promote our death. But the minute we demonstrate some consciousness, some accountability, demonstrate some responsibility in our actions and our culture, that's absurd. Why should we do that? I don't understand how the whole entire world gets shook up when we want to implement some morality. When you learn how to stop being savages from us, then we start acting like savages to get the money because that's how you got the money, from being savages. Now we come back and say, no, we don't condone the savagery. And all of a sudden, oh no, if you do this, you should just go away. Shut up. You sound stupid.
I will say I've been listening to him a little bit. He don't promote hip-hop. He think hip-hop is the destruction of our people.
It's a fact.
So
I said, I'm a hip-hop head. I might have a hip-hop record out next week. Right? Because if everybody can make trash, why don't I jump on the trash line? Right? So, but it's an actual fact. It is the only music that was controlled by Jewish people that was allowed to destroy black people, and they got rewarded for it. Right? Mm-hmm. It's the only music that people actively said, no more conscious lyrics. We're not funding conscious lyrics. We're not rewarding conscious lyrics. We're not even rewarding happy sounds, right? Like in my era, you had songs like Humpty Hump, do the Humpty Hump, right?
You get those here and there, but it's not really promoted. They won't back it like that.
And if you do, you get a comedian who makes a song.
Yeah, there you go.
That's derogatory, though.
Yeah.
Smile, bitch.
Yeah.
Smile, bitch. Shout out to Duval. Yeah. So it's crazy how these controllers of the culture, right, who are not black people, try to tell black people. And then they influence these talking heads and saying, yo, no, they shouldn't do this or they shouldn't do that. Of course, hip hop is the most degrading music ever in history. And we love it. And we're going to keep loving it because we programmed. It's going to continuously be a bunch of professional black women at a Too Short private concert saying, bitch, bitch, and go home and be Dr. So-and-so. That's just how it is.
He said he wouldn't have his daughter listening to that.
For now, till she getting a black bone out in a few years and he ain't gonna have nothing to say about it. He ain't gonna have nothing, no say-so.
None of his kids listens to Jay-Z and
unfortunately, they're gonna break out
in his household.
And they're gonna leave his house and wild out.
That's how it usually goes?
That's how it usually goes. Put the stuff in front of the kid see it so much, it don't even faze it. Hide it completely from the kid becomes curious and then rebellious.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with some of the stuff you're saying, like how he rather, like, these rappers are not idols. He rather them focus on other people that are actually making change in the community and doing other things.
That would be so nice in a perfect world without niggas. But since we live in a world where niggas have an impact, where a nigga could get on YouTube and talk some nigga shit and be rich for the rest of his life, and his kids could get some new freedom because they got some new money, unfortunately, they're gonna be idols, and they are idols, and they do dictate to our youth. And if you wanna turn to the grumpy old man that ain't getting no pussy at home and just wanna blast everybody because the world is not seeing it your way, You can continue to do that. Bunch of white people gonna send you a check for it.
Can you agree with this though, that rap music, like as we were younger, me personally, I idolized some of these rappers, and then I find out as I get older, it's like me. I used to love Raw and SmackDown wrestling. Then I found out it was fake, and I'm like, what?
You're devastated.
Yeah, I was devastated, and now the same time with me in the rap game, like these rappers ain't rapping. This is not real. This is.
Wait till you start seeing a political game.
So that's what I'm saying.
Wait till you delve into the medical game of America.
So
wait till you start seeing who the World Health Organization is, who the IMF is, I'm talking too much.
Can you agree with him with him talking about that? Like how that's devastating too. Like all this stuff is fake and not he pretty much said it's the death of our.
But who doesn't know that?
True. Well, actually, let me start that. The young generation, young kids that are following that, they believe it. They believe it fully.
I don't think they fully believe it. I think they're committed to be passionate about the culture. But do they really believe a Lil Yachty's out busting his gun and not playing no games?
Maybe not Lil Yachty, but
nah. Do they believe that? So let me put this on the record as an ex so-called gangster. You ain't really gangster when you put your hands up when they say freeze. If you a gangster, when the police say freeze, why your guns don't go off on them? So let's stop playing these games. You a tough guy, I understand that. You committed to the life, totally understand that. Because most of us were suicidal anyway. We went from being suicidal to homicidal. Committed ourselves to something because we had nothing, right? Gang culture only thrives because of the lack of family.
So there's no gangsters period though, because why didn't it retaliate against George Floyd or any other
Anybody else?
Yeah, anybody
What's
that
this dude? Trayvon Martin?
Trayvon Martin.
What's the dude name?
George Zimmerman.
He's just walking around.
So there's no gangsters.
Y'all bust your gun every day at clouds, speakers, crackheads, old cars.
Our own people.
Own people with no problem. So let's stop. Let's stop.
So there's no such thing as gangsters no more.
Hell yeah. Motherfuckers that got y'all vaccinating and wearing a mask. Oh, it's gangster.
I'm talking about the term gangsters, like the rapper gangsters.
The term gangster means an individual who is part of a gang who conducts criminal activities.
Okay, you got me on that one.
House of Representatives, Congress, the Senate. You know they about to pop off in the Ukraine and Russia, right?
Yeah, Joe Biden was about to.
Gangsters. Donald Trump, my man, said, go to the Capitol. You can't get more gangster than running up in the Capitol. It's the way we look at things. We have to stop looking at things where we're being fed and have a more critical eye. That's the biggest gangster move you can do. I lost. No, I didn't. I'm not leaving. Who ever heard of this thing?